Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Good morning. How y'all doing today? How am I doing? I'm feeling good. I've been better, but I feel good. Today I want to talk to you guys about, have you ever had something in your life that was just important? Like something that was extremely important. And it was like a question that you simply can't get wrong, you know? Have you ever had that in your life? I don't know if any of us have ever had a question in our life that we could really just we just had to get it right, you know? This thing right here, I can't get wrong. Let me put a next example. Let's say somebody told you, look, I'm gonna ask you a complicated question. I'm gonna give you 1 month to figure out what the right answer is. And you know what else? If you get it wrong, I'm gonna take a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire and I'm gonna shove it up your butthole. Now, those are some pretty high stakes. And I'm sure nobody has ever had stakes that high. But when it comes to getting the right answer to that question, you are gonna move heaven and earth to make sure that bat doesn't go up your butthole. So let's talk about what you would do to get that right answer. And let's talk about what you won't do. Well, one thing that you would definitely do is you'll try to get as much information as possible. You're gonna go any and everywhere in search of all the information possible on the subject in which you have to answer the question. It doesn't matter who the information comes from. All it has to do is be related to that subject. You accept all information. From people you like, people you don't like, it don't matter, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get that bat to not go up your butthole. So you're out there searching for information, right? One thing that you will not do is find an answer that you like and try to search for answers that only back up the answer that you like. Because at the end of the day, that's not how you get to the truth of the matter. By finding an answer that you like and only looking for answers that back up the answer that you like, that's not how you get to the truth. If there are any real non-biased alternatives out there, you have to consider them. You have to. There's no other choice. You can't not consider them. You can't ignore them. You can't act as if they aren't there. Also, another thing you can't do is get all your information from one source. You're going down a path of failure if you think that you can get all the information you need in regard to this question, this complicated question you're being asked, from one source. Because there's no way, with all the minds and all the different life experiences in the world, that you could just look down. You're doing yourself a disservice by only getting your information from one place. The only way you can get the answer that's going to save your butthole is if you look at any and all information presented, you measure it, you see who's biased, who isn't biased, what's right, what's wrong, and at the end of the day, after all the time has passed, if you've really truly done your due diligence, you'll come up with the right answer. Now, why am I saying this? Oh, I think all my ex-JWs know why. Because you have to realize how important this relationship inside a Jehovah Witness, just inside being a Jehovah Witness, you have to know how big of a step that is. You have to know. We're talking about your life, right? We're talking about your very existence. We're talking about you, your children, your future. This is very important. This is not just some run-of-the-mill stuff. I think getting the bat shoved up your butthole is a little bit less important. More painful. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's more painful. The point is this. With something as important as the decision of staying or leaving the organization, or if the organization is correct or not, you absolutely 100% cannot do the steps that they're asking you to do and find the actual truth to the matter. You cannot. They tell you to get all your information from one source. They tell you do not go out and talk to anybody who's an ex-member and try to get their call on things. They ask you don't do any research except for except for jw.org. They are going against any and everything that you otherwise would logically pass out, like just pass right by it if you're looking for the answer to anything else. You wanted the true answer to it. Just imagine that. Because they don't behave as an institution that's trying to get to the truth. They behave as an institution that's trying to cover something up. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to think that, this is fine. They're not covering nothing up there. They're transparent. They let us see anything. Really, how much money do they make all the time? How much money goes into their pocket? Let's see those books. Oh, the transparency ends pretty quickly there. What about the old articles? Stay alive to 75. What about all the times, I never heard about Beth Sarum until I became an ex-Jehovah Witness. Do you know what Beth Sarum is? Because this is the thing. I can tell you what Beth Sarum is, but I'd rather you look it up. And you know what's really crazy about that? I'm telling you to look something up without giving you any website or nothing. I'll just give you the name. Beth Sarum. BETHSARIM. Beth Sarum. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you what website. Because this is the thing. There's so much information out there that if the Jehovah Witnesses really didn't have anything to hide, then it'd be a perfectly explanation for that place. It'd be a perfect explanation for it. But this is the thing. You won't find that. You'll just find the answer to what Beth Sarum is and why it was built, and the important details about it. And how crazy is that I can give you that vague of information, and I am 100% confident you can still reach the truth of the matter. Because this is the thing. I know what's been held from you. I know the things that you should know that they purposefully made sure that they withheld from you. I'm talking about literature. I'm talking about buildings. I'm talking about people and things that they've done, the court cases they fought. Very important things that you should know, that you 100% did not know or could not know until you become an ex-member. Now, you could learn while you're inside, because some people do. Some people, they're called PMOs. They learn while they're inside, but they're not really inside. They're just mentally out. Physically, they're inside, but mentally, they know better. Now, this is what I need you to do. I need you to search for the truth as if you're searching for a hidden treasure. That's biblical. You believe in the Bible? Then I believe in that scripture. Search for the truth as if you're searching for a hidden treasure. If you're searching for a treasure that's hidden, one thing you will absolutely not do is take another person's word for where it could probably be. The treasure is over there. Yeah, go all the way over there while I dig in this spot with a big X on it. No, that's not how you would work. You'd say, no, that's a big X, get out the way, I'm searching for the treasure. And you probably end up fighting each other over it. The point is that when you search for something as valuable as hidden treasure, you take all the information you need to find it, because it's going to benefit you immediately once you find it. And you know how many other people would like to find it also. So you need to do it in a quick way, in a quick fashion. You can't waste time. This is a treasure we're talking about, and apparently more than one person knows about it. So if you're going to search for it as if you're searching for a hidden treasure, you need to hurry up and search for it. You need to take in any and all information from any and all area possible, because you want to make sure that the information you get can be trustworthy. And the best way to do it is to measure it against other information. And if you're doing that, if you're making sure all your X's are crossed and T's, and making all sure your T's is crossed and I's are dotted, you know then that you can find that treasure. And you know that anybody who tells you, hey, don't talk to anybody else about where the treasure's at, don't listen to nobody else, especially those people over there who look like they found the treasure, nah, don't talk to them at all. No. Don't talk to these ex-treasure searchers who found the treasure before. Don't talk to them, just talk to us. That sounds like somebody who's trying to hide the treasure from you. So remember, it's very important. It's very important that you get this right. And whenever else, any other time in your life when you just had to 100% get something right and you could not be wrong about it, there's a certain means and method that you go to get that right answer. This is one of those times in which you need to be right about this. If you want to be a Jehovah Witness, you want to continue to be a Jehovah Witness, you need to be right that it's the right religion. And the only way you can do that is to talk to everybody. Everybody. To listen to all information. It has to make sense logically. These are very easy and normal steps when it comes to getting to the truth. And if you want the truth, you want the right answer, you know what it's going to take to get it. I hope y'all having a great day. So far, my day's been great. It's a little rainy and wet outside, but I like that. All right, man. Subscribe if you haven't. Holla at your guala. Deuces.